What's going on, Geminis? What's going on with y'all? Welcome back to Melanated Mindfulness Tarot. You know that as I welcome you into this space, I am sending you all the good energy and positive vibes that you may need in this moment. Before we get into your message, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, or if you're interested in following me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, make sure you check out the description box because all of my information will be there. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, love, what are you doing? Like, what are you waiting on? Go ahead and subscribe so that you can get some of these good vibes, this positive energy, these good vibes, okay? These healing messages that you're not going to want to miss, these empowering messages that you don't want to miss, okay? And let's get into it. We're going to be pulling the energy from the month of March for you, okay? We're pulling the energy from the month of March. We're only doing the main deck that I'm using, and then we're going to clarify some cards. We will not be doing oracles today. I think that we're going to be getting enough information, and y'all can look forward to the rest of the readings that's about to pop up this week. Spirit, you know what it is that they need to hear. Can you please give me the cards so that I'll be able to deliver the message in a way that they'll be able to receive with an open mind and an open heart? Did anything else turn over? I know for sure that those ones did. You know, Gemini, my throat has been like feeling like something's getting stuck in it, just like right before I started to come into y'all reading. So I don't know who out there needs to be expressing themselves or doing some throat chakra work, but let's get to it so that I ain't got to deal with these issues. So I ain't got to deal with these issues when I'm coming to do y'all reading. See? And I don't want to have to keep on doing that. I done drunk some water and everything already. Here, can I have the cards that we need? Thank you. I don't know how many this is, but let's see real quick, y'all. Let's see real quick. That was weird. So I got a candle sitting right here in front of me, right? And it's not lit, but it was just like a glare or a light that went, and it was weird. I was gonna pull that, and then underneath it all is the Prince of Wands. All right, so this is your underneath it all card. Okay, the Prince of Wands is the Princess of Wands. Sorry, I had to look down to see if the Prince of Wands was anywhere down there. This is the Princess of Wands, and she is like, I'm free. I'm free to be me. I'm doing everything that I need to be doing right now in order for me to elevate, for me to evolve, for me to just like open myself up. You know, just be that energy of alignment, just really, really being in alignment. So underneath it all, this is what's happening here. Like, you're being put in a position so that you can align yourself with your truth, and you don't have to continuously be holding on to the standards that have been set by others, society, your family, your friends, your partner, your kids, or whoever, right? So just be open to that energy presenting itself, all right? And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the actual reading. So we're going to see, like, what's the energies around, what's the energies that are going to, like, be present that are going to be trying to get you to get into that space. Now, at the end or the beginning of the day, like, I want you to know, remember, and realize that energy is fluid. So depending on what you do or what you don't do dictates and determines a lot. So the first card you got is the Knight of Disc in reverse. Right? The Knight of Disc in reverse. And what it is like there's the energy of you holding yourself up, because it's like you were already stagnant, or you were already not moving in the way you felt like you were supposed to be moving. And for some reason, it's like now you're facing the complete, like, the opposite way. Like, you're trying to dismiss the very things that you know you need to work on, and the very things that you know you need to work towards. Because you got the Devil card here, and the Devil card is talking about, like, toxic behavior, bad habits, or dysfunctional habits, or things of your flesh, like earthly pleasures that you hold on to, even though they're not conducive to who you're trying to become or who you're becoming. Okay? But now it's almost like the energy of you not even paying attention, like you're not trying to see it for what it is. Listen, ain't nothing to it but to do it. If you know that you got something that you want to attack, and I'm not talking about like bringing harm to somebody. I'm not saying you want to go scratch somebody's eyes out or something. No, we not on that. What I'm saying is, you have this vice that you're trying to overcome, this, for lack of better words, a bad habit that you're trying to overcome. You're trying to let go of some type of toxicity that you're trying to let go of. Face it. The only way for you to overcome your fears are to face them. It's like you, in the back of your mind, you want to do it, but since you have not been able to do it, now it's like, you know what, I'm just going to dismiss it. It is what it is. Nah, if it's a part of you that's saying like you want to let go of some shit, let it go. Like, you really can have tap into your faith. Tap into your faith factor and be willing to start over, whatever that means. Listen, if, say for instance, when you start tapping into this negative energy or these bad habits or these toxic ways, pay attention to like who be around you or what type of energy be present, or basically like what's triggering you into going into the thing you're trying to get rid of. Because spirit gonna show you, like, maybe you need to eliminate these people from being around you. Maybe you need to stop going to these type of places for a little while until you can get strong within yourself to do what you need to do moving forward, putting in that necessary action. It's not just because you have yet to accomplish whatever it is you're setting out to do, it doesn't mean that you're failing. It doesn't mean that you're not good enough. So when those thoughts start to pop up in your mind, eliminate them. That inner critic be loud as hell all the time. Like, control that. And you can. I know it may seem complicated because it pops up so often or it just be so frequent, but you can easily be like, shut up. Like, be quiet. Like, I'm not trying to hear that. Or even if you just transmute the energy. If your inner critic tells you that you can't do something, be like, watch me. You really got to learn how to, it's not even that you got to learn how. It's more so that you have to just start tapping into, being supportive of yourself, standing up for yourself, sticking up for yourself. Because sometimes what we fail to realize is that we hold on to the things that have been projected onto us throughout our lifetimes. Okay? Meaning that somebody could have always told you, like, you always in a way, you always doing something, or you can't never do something right. And now that you are older or you're an adult, it's like, I can't never do nothing right. I'm always in the way. You get what I'm saying? And this is just stuff that you just think about yourself because the things that other people have said to us throughout our lifetimes. So we also have the Empress here. And this is the energy literally that it was getting ready to lead me into. Okay? When I said the soul. So it's like, so recognize who you are. Recognize like who you are. They teach us or try to teach us how to all like kind of operate in the same way. This is why when you go to school, everybody's learning the same subjects. Everybody's doing pretty much the same thing. You got people who watch certain TV shows and then they try to dress the same ways or in very similar ways. You know what I mean? And you're not like everybody else. And everybody else not like you. And none of us are exactly the same. We do have a lot of similarities and we do have a lot of things in common. However, none of us are the exact same. Even if you have an identical twin, y'all are not the exact same. one gonna be taller than the other, or one gonna be shorter than the other. One may have a more round face, one may have a narrow face, one may be a little bit lighter or a little bit darker than the other one. You know what I'm saying? Y'all names ain't exactly the same. It's just, there's always, it's very similar, but it's not the same. So you just gotta find peace in being who you are and being able to operate in that energy, like being able to really operate in your authenticity, whatever that may look like for you, because again, it's not going to be the same for everybody. Now, moving forward, you are going to have to make a decision. Somewhere along the lines, there is definitely a decision that needs to be made. And it's like you're going to have to move forward and put the necessary action in so that you can make the decision for yourself. Because you also have the Ace of Wands. Okay? This is the Ace of Wands, and this is talking about putting in action. The necessary action, like behind your passion. So this is like some real passion. You know how when the fire first starts, when you light it on the grill, it be like blazing, right? Like whoosh, when you first started, and then you have to let it kind of like die down a little bit, right? You got to let it burn out a little bit before you start putting the stuff on there. So that's that type of energy. That Ace of Wands is that big raging fire when you first lighten your grill or your fire pit, and it has a big old fire on it, and then over time it starts to, like I say, the fire starts to decrease, the energy starts to go down within it. But it's like, okay, you have a decision to make, and it's not something brand new, right? This is a decision that needs to be made because you're familiar with this energy. So it's like you've been in this situation or a similar situation before. The energy is present. You remember yourself feeling this type of way. Now it's like, okay, we've been here before. What are we going to do about this? How are we going to move forward? Right? How are we going to move forward? And at any time, I'm always going to encourage you to choose what feels good to you. Not wondering or worrying about how other people feel or what other people think about the decisions, right? You know how some people, their parents want them to be doctors, but they want to be singers. So then they be like they become an estranged family member because they decided to take on a singing career opposed to becoming the doctor or whatever that the parent wanted them to be. You're going to have to choose you, because at some point, if those people are going to understand, they will. You don't want to throw years, you don't want to even throw days of your life away trying to figure out what's going to make somebody else happy when it's not conducive to who you're becoming, like who you're trying, like it's your sole purpose. Nobody else can just tell you what you're supposed to be or what you're going to do. And that's one thing that I love, like the fact that my father, like, he didn't try to force me. He used to just ask me, like, what you gonna do? Like, what you gonna do? He didn't try to tell me what I was supposed to do. And it was just crazy, okay? Y'all need to follow me on Facebook if y'all want some of those personal life stories that I didn't have the opportunity to experience and go through. Because that's where they be going up at. Right now, we're going to get into clarifying the cards. We're going to start with the Knight of Discs in reverse. Spirit, can you give us the cards that we need in order to clarify the Knight of Discs in reverse? So what it looks like is that something has come to an end, and it's causing you not to put in certain actions. So whether this may be a breakup, whether this can be something that happened with one of your friends, family members, whether this can be something that happened with your job, something had come to an end, and it put you in a rut, made you feel some kind of way, made you feel like you didn't want to move forward, like you're stuck. Because you're worried about something. You may be worried about how people are going to view you, what people are going to say, how people are going to move, and things of that nature. However, it's not your concern. You, again, have to and want to make sure that you're doing what seems like it's best for you. And what's best for you right now may not be best for you tomorrow. So just be okay with living in the moment. Just be okay with living in the moment. And figuring out like what it is that you need to do to move forward. The next card we're going to clarify is the Aeon, because that's the card that the card literally, it flew over there on the Aeon. So that's what we're going to clarify. Spirit, can we have the rest of the cards that we need in order for us to clarify the Aeon card? Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all subscribe. Okay, that's cool. I don't know what this second card is, but between the first and the third card. So we got the Hermit, we got the Three of Cups, and then we have the Six of Wands coming out on the Aeon. And remember, the Aeon is all about making a decision. It's about your passion or your purpose or something along those lines, because with the Hermit, it's pretty much telling you to pull out your light. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, type of energy, right? Now, when you go into the Three of Cups, it's like once you start tapping into or pulling out this light, you'll become more aware of the abundance that already surrounds you. It's already there. You just have to align yourself with it based on the way that you think, based on the way that you associate yourself with things, based on the action that you put in. Because when you think about it, right? Say, for instance, you know you have to do something, but you don't do it. You don't end up feeling good about yourself or your situation when you constantly keep on putting off certain to-do shit, certain stuff that you have to do, right? So it's like when you do actually start getting done with the work that you're putting in, you feel more empowered. You feel more like satisfied. You feel like I done did something. I'm making progress. I'm getting done with what I need to do. That's how you align yourself with the energy of abundance. You do the things that make you feel good. You focus on what makes you feel good. And then you miraculously become like aligned. Like you start putting yourself in a position to start attracting everything that you desire to have, because it vibrates on a certain frequency. And that's where that Six of Wands energy comes from. Spirit, can we clarify the Fool card? Can you give us the cards that we need to clarify the Fool card? We have the Ten of Wands in reverse. We have the Five of Wands in the upright, and the Tower. Whoa! Whoa. Good energy, but just like crazy energy all on the same card and all at one time. So stop doing so much. Stop doing more than you have to. Take a step back. If you feel like you have to question yourself about doing something, don't even do it. Like, how can I describe that? How can I describe that energy? Because it's like some internal conflict. So say, for instance, maybe your mom or your aunt or one of your cousins, your friend, you already have stuff you need to do, and then they come and they ask you, can you do something for them? And then you don't want to feel guilty, and for some reason you feel obligated to fit this into your schedule. And then when the time comes, you're like, dang, I should never even said that I was going to do this, you know? So if you have to second guess yourself about including something into your schedule, or you have to figure it out how you going to put it in there, just don't do it. It doesn't matter how they're going to feel, how people are going to react or respond. Just don't do it. Because when you go against yourself in those moments where you say, like, I'm not doing this next time, and then next time comes and you actually do it again, then you knock yourself out of alignment. And that's when shit going to start going crazy, seeming like it's all like out of whack. And then you going to be blaming all of the external factors that are present in the situation, not really being accountable for the role that you play when you simply could have said no. So going back to that, I'm free to be me. Like, I'm doing everything that I desire in this moment. I don't care about how anybody is going to react or respond or how they're going to see me, because this is my truth and I'm operating in my authenticity. As you should. As you should. Unapologetically at that. So that is what I have on the table for you today. I definitely hope this helps. I hope it gave you some clarity in some way, shape, or form. Until next time, love, enjoy yourself. Peace.